Hi everybody, I'm Bob Trezise, President and CEO of Lansing Economic Area Partnership, LEAP, which handles economic development initiatives and projects for Greater Lansing, Michigan, Clinton, Eaton, and Ingham County. And you're watching and listening to another edition of LEAP Weekly, where we detail economic development news from our region and what's happening here. There's been a ton of great news this week. Personally, I hope that you're not listening and watching this in the office. I hope you're on one of the most beautiful beaches in the world here in the state of Michigan during this most glorious month of July, but taking a quick peek nonetheless at the big things that continue to happen here in the Lansing region. We have a huge DiversityLansing.com initiative that is going on here at LEAP. Of course, the number one issue that businesses discuss, not only here in Lansing area, but really across the country and certainly across the state, is how do we recruit talent, all kinds of talent. How do we find the skills? And so much, it's not just about the company and the job and even the wage, but it's about the place. All of that has to work together as one well-oiled machine to convince a person and their family to move here. In this case, Lansing, Michigan, move here from San Francisco, from Chicago, to stay here as a student from MSU upon graduation. These are all real issues. One of our greatest assets and selling points is our diversity. And that's what we mean by DiversityLansing.com. It's not just a diversity of color or culture or different lifestyles, but it's a diversity of all of the services that goes along with all of that, the different kinds of restaurants and the different kinds of places of worship and parks. And as an example, we had a major Indian firm here, CEO, visiting us. We were a finalist for a big project, and we were able to not only discuss land and cost and a certain company that they needed to work with and all of those sorts of typical economic development moments, but we very much were able to talk about our diversity of a fashion runway, represented by a fashion runway, represented by a Hindu temple and a mosque and a synagogue and Christian churches. And they were very impressed. There was a certain comfort level, that this would halfway around the world still seem like home, that they would be welcomed and that we're inclusive. So these are the many reasons why LEAP's DiversityLansing.com initiative is so critical. And starting this fall, you're going to see our executive leadership series begin, and our education series as well. Teddy Parsons is the inclusion and diversity director who's doing an amazing job with this. It's a very serious, tangible, and measurable effort by LEAP to try to improve or educate, really, or get the word out more about this tremendous asset that we have for companies to utilize, which is the diversity of the greater Lansing area. I want to say congratulations to the City of St. John's. More and more these crowdfunding sites sponsored by the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, the site is called Patronicity, are really working to put nice placemaking projects, water parks, soccer fields, art sculptures, whatever it may be, into our downtowns and key corridors. Of course, LEAP led the way creating our placemaking art sculpture program 3 years ago. We've placed over a dozen now art sculptures in the region. But again, this is a small way to try to diversify or change our image, to try to suggest that we're more prosperous, that we're wealthy, that we're full of opportunity, sophistication, and another way to actually attract talent to our region. So congratulations to the MEDC. In this case, congratulations to City of St. John's. They met their $30,000 fundraising goal through Patronicity.com for a splash park in their downtown, and then the MEDC is going to match it with $30,000. So good job, guys. I want to say congratulations to the City of East Lansing. They have a beautiful 6-story building that is going to be built at Grand River and Spartan Avenues, and it continues to receive its appropriate approvals. It's a mixed-use building, and it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. City of East Lansing is hot right now. They're working on a number of other very significant and tall buildings, as well as the City of Lansing on Michigan Avenue with several big buildings coming. So those downtowns, the connecting corridor of Michigan Avenue is really coming along nicely. So congratulations to Mayor Triplett and his leadership, as well as the staff there at the City of East Lansing. I wanted to mention real quick, this week, again, the Greater Lansing Business Monthly's issue has come out. This is an absolutely spectacular magazine. There's 8 or 9, 10 articles that are really pertinent to economic development, to our region. They're fun to read, they're important, they're newsy, and just an absolutely spectacular magazine. So I want to congratulate M3 and Tiffany Dowling and her crew for putting that out once again, but many outstanding articles. On the front cover is Daryl Adams, the new CEO of Spartan Motors, and they are, of course, a member of LEAP. And it was fun to watch at our board meeting earlier in the year. That's where Tiffany and Daryl got to know one another to begin with. And it leads to this sort of advertising and storytelling and connections, which benefits our entire region. So congratulations again to Tiffany on the Greater Lansing Business Monthly. I also want to say thank you and congrats to the City of Lansing for the Common Ground Festival. It's been spectacular all week. Talk about diversity of music, really bringing all kinds of headline acts and acts that are sort of hot but not quite known yet. And they range from my teenagers loving bands, and they're there on a Tuesday night, to country western night, to lots of other big band nights, and a really, really great festival once again, the 16th anniversary. Last night at our Technology Innovation Center in downtown East Lansing, LEAP led a partnership with a group called Best Shot Sales Pitch. They're the Mid-Michigan Innovation Center, where local and statewide folks came in and were trained on how to do specialized business pitch competitions. And so it was a great event. There were a lot of people there. Congratulations to the new Economy Division of LEAP, Tony Willis and Quinn Stinchfield, on helping partner and put that together. And finally, I just want to say an acknowledgement and congratulations to Sparrow Health System. Once again, they're very much in the news this week. They're our premier system here in the area. They're growing and expanding in their web of services across the entire area and beyond even our area. Of course, they have one of the few partnerships with Mayo Clinic in the United States, and they announced this week they're beginning their work on a 3-story, 70,000 square foot facility on Grand River, just west of Frandor, and there's going to be over a dozen practitioners there, as well as other specialized services. It's going to be a very important facility. And there was also discussion in the Lansing State Journal about a potential Sparrow consolidated facility of some variety in the city of Mason. So Sparrow's important work continues on. Our health system is amazing and is another important recruiting asset for our companies here in the region. Another great week, and we'll see everybody next week.